How can you learn to love yourself when everybody else is better than you? That's today's question, and it comes from Lon. And this is a response to a blog post that I recently wrote for Psychology Today on learning to fall in love with yourself and really loving and appreciating who you are on Valentine's Day, which is a day when we tend to celebrate our loved ones. So Lon says, how can you really learn to love yourself if you feel like you don't rate? You feel like everybody else is better than you and everybody else is living a more fulfilled life than you. How can you accept yourself and love yourself if that's the case? I'm so glad you asked that one. So today I'm going to give you my 7-step process to really learning how to love yourself and appreciate you for who you are, despite what might be going on around you. So step number 1, and this is your problem, Lon. You've got to stop comparing yourself to everybody else. You're not everybody else. You're you. You have your own unique gifts that you bring to the world. So you cannot go out there and say, well, so-and-so's better than me in this aspect, and this person's better than me in that aspect, and they make more money, and they're more successful, blah, blah, blah. Stop it. You've got to learn to appreciate you for who you are and be grateful for what you have now. The key to manifesting what you want is to be grateful for what you have. So you've got to stop the comparison game. So Lon, that is step number 1. Stop the comparison game. Step number 2, figure out who you are and who you are not. As I said, you are uniquely you. You're not here to be somebody else. You're not here to be Oprah or Danielle Laporte or Bill Gates, right? You are here to be you. So figure out what that really means. Who are you? And who are you not, right? So go through and really think about, what are you doing in life? What are the roles you're fulfilling? Do you like them? Do you not like them? What makes you just shine? What fills your passion, really makes you passionate and driven? What are those things? Who are you? Okay, number 3, get comfortable in your own skin again. If you're comparing yourself to everybody else, it's probably pretty likely that you're not happy with the person you see in the mirror. It's time to change that. So we've got to learn how to really be accepting and comfortable with the person that you see in the mirror. Step number 4, figure out what you need and what you want. So you've already figured out who you are. You're learning to get comfortable with yourself. Now we're going to kind of go back and revisit that step 2. And this time come from a place of, what is it that you really want out of life? What is it that you need to make you happy? Are you getting those needs met? If not, look in the mirror. It is your job to make sure you're getting your needs met. So if something is not adding up, it's time to change that. Step number 5. This is where you get to dream big. I want you to envision what you want. So you figured out what you need, you figured out what you want, and I want you to go bigger. No holds barred, no coulda, shoulda, woulda, no, I can't do that. Dream big and really think about the answer to the question, what is it that I really want? What's my big dream? What do I want to do with my life? Who do I want to be? Okay, step 6. You've got to heal your own self-worth issues. Because if you're comparing yourself to everybody else and you feel like you're not measuring up, of course your self-worth is taking a hit somewhere along the way. So it's going to be really hard for you to love yourself if you don't feel like you're good enough just as you are. So you've got to go in, deal with that inner critic, heal the enoughness issues, heal that sense that you're just not worthy for who you are. Last but not least, now we start to integrate self-love into our daily life. So you've got to do some healing first. You've got to figure out what it is you need and want. You've got to figure out what just makes you shine, what lights you up. You've got to figure out what your unique beauty and brand and message are. And then it's time to go out there and get it. So if you want more help with this, I'm just launching a brand new program. learn to love yourself again, how to transform your relationship with yourself. So if that is interesting to you, you can go to drmarypritchard.com/love-yourself. The link is right below. In the meantime, keep the questions coming. It's Dr. Mary, and you can learn.